Hi, my name is Caroline Mullins. I'm going to talk about my reflection from the online course of communication applications. Over in the entire course, there are a bunch of different lessons like how to communicate, personality, resolving conflict in a group, especially your audience and remembering who your audience is, how to develop leadership skills, how to inform people when speaking or how to write an informative speech, how to persuade people on the other hand, exploring different careers, and revising sentences, transitions, how to brainstorm, different ways of brainstorming, as well as like developing a good lead for essays or speeches or other things. I think the importance of all this was to help you further your ability to communicate well with others and to be able to resolve conflicts and speak in a group and develop leadership skills, which are really important in life, and knowing how to write an essay or write a speech, especially to speak in public speaking. Overall, I think I did enhance my ability to write a speech and to be able to speak with my group. We did many video chats, or more, we just kind of communicated back and forth like a Skype, but without the seeing each other. We just kind of spoke through meetings online, and I love to listen to my group getting to talk and hear them, what they have to say about certain things. Like our one discussion over college is worth it. And I did try to input my own opinions about different things. Like I think that college is worth it, and I think that in order to find college, you have to kind of know what you want to do with your life in the future, and that will help you pick out your college, which are all topics we explored in our meeting. And I think that I could use, again, all these things that I learned when, if I ever have to give a public speech, which I'm sure I will have to, as well as I learned a lot of different brainstorming and organization for like essays or whatever. And I think that'd really help in English in the years to come through high school. And I can always look back to this course and look at the notes that I took and the things that I learned and be like, oh yeah, like I can do looping as a brainstorming, a flow map, and stuff like that. I think that I could have improved in some of my hooks and some of my just overall like what I was saying could have like improved and like been better. I think it really helped to like in the first one, communication process, I looked at like how to communicate and like how to deal with different personalities in communicating. And there are different personalities, and you have to kind of like adapt to like the way you say things to better help your audience understand you. And there was audience and purpose, and you have to remember your audience and say things that will interest them and not leave them like feeling super bored, and like have things that like hook them, like, ooh, I want to hear her talk more about this, or I want to read on in this website or portfolio like we had to make. And I learned about resolving conflict, and there's like negotiations. You can negotiate, you can compromise, and you can, there's like one called meditating, and there's all these different ways to resolve a conflict, and it's not just one option, like, okay, whatever, like, you can have your way. And I also remember things like the way we can be assertive or passive or too direct or like sarcastic, and there's all these different tones that we can use with people, and which ones like sometimes don't necessarily work, and sometimes other ones that would work to get your point across to people and have them actually listen to you. And I also got to talk about my leadership experiences, especially with my gold award that I did. Gave me super great leadership skills, I feel like, or helped me develop them even more. And it is really important to have at least some sort of leadership skill in your life, because you are going to at some point need to lead a team or lead a group and be able to keep them on track and keep them doing what they need to be doing. we got to explore careers in a career cluster, and I think somewhat that helped me figure out kind of what I want to do with my life even more. And it was fun to get to write a little website sort of thing about what I want to do with my life, which is teaching possibly. And I didn't really realize that like different careers have different vocabulary. Like I knew that kind of, but I never really thought, oh yeah, like doctors do have terms that they use that only doctors would know, and psychologists have terms that they would use and not many other people would know, and theater teachers or actors, whatever. Everyone has their own vocabulary in different clusters, and it was cool to get to explore the vocabulary of psychology, which is a possible major as well. And through our brainstorming, some of the brainstorming like parts that we had in these models, I looked at looping, and I never really realized that looping was a brainstorming activity. I've done something like someone gave me a word once, like cat. I need to write down everything they associate with cat, but this is kind of different, and I really like that sort of brainstorming. I used it many times throughout the course, and we worked on transitions and sentence structure and leads, and like one of the last few models, and that is something important to remember is your lead is what hooks your audience, so you have to have a good one so they're like, oh, like I want to read on, or I want to keep watching this. And your transitions are important because you want your whole essay to flow, and your sentence structure, you don't want it to be too choppy, like the dog ate food, the food was good. You want to say like the dog ate food and it was good, to make it flow and be more appealing to read to the audience, I guess. But overall, this course was a very good experience, and I'm glad that I got to enhance my ability to communicate in different scenarios and be able to solve conflict and improve on many different skills that were used or asked to use in this course. And that concludes my reflection. Thank you.